goodness, I am not as fast as I used to be. Andy, looks like they're stopping for gas. They had to pass by the first station because the owner told them he wasn't selling them anything and they had to leave immediately. This one has a "Don't Tread on Me" flag in the window, so I suppose they found a safe haven. Oh yes, intersection of 5th and Vermilion. Not too far from the cafe, actually. I know that young computer fella David, he and his Steve have a running list on Google of all the places like this to boycott. I'm sure they'll add it. Well, stay safe out there. Oh, and we are moving. Are you going back to the Mexican restaurant, you little devils?
Hey, you can't fly up here.
I believe I can. This is open airspace, not an airport.
We're conducting an investigation. You need to leave.
Hey, stop that. Oh, you get out of my state right now.
If you would just comply, this wouldn't be a big deal.
CaFae Latte.
Hey, they're coming to your street. Don't know if it's after you or the Mexican restaurant. Sound the alarm. There's Seraphim are giving me a go of it.
Oh, that's real Christ-like, shooting a man in the back. Lucky for both of us, I have witch friends to give me good luck charms, so you're only going to miss.
Well, are we part of the crowd or giving them hot drinks?
Don't go out just yet. Wait for them to arrive first. Oscar's antics may have scared them off.
It did not. They're here and coming for us. Whoops, I just locked the door. Open up. We need to investigate this business for illegals.
What? Sorry? Really hard to hear you.
Drac, lock the back. Yep, already done. And I'm calling Cyrus in case things go south. Good man. I should call my sister. That woman is a fairy. We know she can't have been born in this country. Hey, she was naturalized while you were still dribbling down your dad's thigh.
Ew, gross.
Jennifer Charles. Knock it down. Battering ram.
Is that going to be a problem? The glass is bulletproof and the locks are both industrial and enchanted. They're not getting in. That's not your phone. It's a burner, and after I use it, I'll be destroying it.
You're calling from the burner. What's going on?
That list of active ICE agents that you and Asif have been compiling, please send it to me.
It's not complete.
Doesn't have to be. Be sure to use the throwaway email I sent you.
Already on it. And you have it.
I appreciate that. Give my best to Lindsay. Does she still have the...
Yes, the protection charm you gave her is still going strong. She hasn't seen hide nor hair of any ICE agent despite all the hospital shifts. Maybe worry about your own safety right now? What's going on? The fuck are you doing here? Heard the whistles, came over to help.
We need to drink a truth potion. Enemy of our enemy, puppy.
ICE is trying to get into the cafe. Bob's defenses are holding. Well, where's Wraithu? A big-ass dragon would solve this problem pretty quick. ICE is also in Rochester, about 2 hours south of here. Wraithu was patrolling there when this started. It'll take him a while to get here, even on winds. Well, how much you want to bet they're retaliating against us defending the Mexican restaurant across the street? That's a sucker's bet. Hey, Kelly. Just calling to say that the cafe is kind of under siege, so if I don't call or text you every half hour, assume I was detained or shot. Yikes. Is everyone okay? Oh, we're fine. The rest of the neighborhood turned up and ICE is trying to figure out a way in. Battering ram didn't work, intimidation didn't work. Shit. Wow, that glass really is bulletproof. You want me to call Cyrus? I've pretty much already paid him. Drake's already on it. What do you mean you've already paid him? I've been fundraising. How? F. Anyone who screenshots me proof that they donated at least $10 to his firm or other organizations against ICE gets a picture. 50 gets you a video. Has that worked? So far, I've raised $5K. Nice. Gotta go. Bob's doing something. Call Nicole for me, make sure she's okay. I got it. So what are you doing?
Magic. You want to step back.
Well,
Attention everyone, due to the hard work of some very dedicated online sleuths who shall remain anonymous, I now have the full names of several hundred ICE agents operated in the state of Minnesota. Thus, the following are cursed with the inability to cause physical or psychological harm to anyone outside of self-defense. They are also cursed with ill luck, ill health, and ill fortune for the rest of their lives, unless and until they redeem themselves and repair the damage they have caused to this community.
You can't do that! Hey, that's an attacker. That's illegal.
Magic is perfectly legal.
Oh, even if it wasn't, I'm filing another Second Amendment rights.
Peter Benjamin Jones, Arian Frost, Landon Rosario, Joel West.
This is a bluff, right? Magic can't actually hurt us, right?
Jonathan Ross, Jesus Okoya, Raimundo Gutierrez, Brian Palacios.
Well, looks like the last of them cleared out. You're all good. I appreciate that, Patrick. Jennifer Childs, I'll likely be going home early. You okay? Merely drained. The list of cursed agents was in the hundreds, and there are still more to be identified. Go take a nap. Okay, I'll ask. Why didn't you do that type of curse before, when ICE first showed up, or when they murdered Renee Good? We didn't have any of their names. It took David and Asif months to gather the names that I used today, and by the end of the week, I guarantee you, they'll all be replaced by yet more federal agents. And as powerful as I am, I cannot do this every week. I would collapse from exhaustion. When you are fighting a much more powerful enemy, such as the United States federal government, you cannot throw away the war to win a single battle. This is a war of attrition, a marathon, not a sprint. You must be careful with what resources you have, because if you blow them all up within the first week, you'll have nothing when your enemy returns with reinforcements.
And or martial law.
Martial law is going to be declared anyway. All right, even if we don't give them the excuse, let's just make one up. This administration is notorious for lying. It most likely is, but we still cannot give them what they want. Instead, what we need to do is prove that we are unsustainable. What do you mean? The federal government has the resources and manpower to completely invade and control Minnesota if it so chooses. Now, the reason that hasn't happened yet is because they also have to focus on several other things. As much as Americans try to deny it, this country is actually an empire, and empires are big, clunky things with a million fingers and a million pies. This means that they are powerful and have a surplus of resources, yes, but it also means that they have to use those resources to maintain their status on a global scale. And the more energy and resources they pour into one area, the greater chance they have of losing others. It's a big reason why we lost Vietnam and had to pull out of Afghanistan. Precisely, and in this particular case, it's less about controlling resources or territory and more a war of spirit. Minnesota will not be conquered unless and until we fully submit to ICE, either out of agreement with their horrendous ideology, exhaustion, or fear. ICE will not leave until their will to conquer us is broken. And breaking the spirit of a whole population is a slow, cruel process. It doesn't happen overnight. It takes constant, continuous effort over the course of weeks, months, sometimes even years or generations. And as Patrick's ancestors will attest, you are not guaranteed victory, no matter how much blood you spill. Our victory will come when we have broken the spirit of every ICE agent that steps foot on our land. When we have used up so much of the federal government's time, energy, and resources that they have to pull back or risk losing other, much more important fronts, such as the midterms. And until that victory, we have to accept the fact that we are going to lose a lot. We will lose many battles. Many Minnesotans will be arrested, their lives disrupted. They will face terror, psychological damage, financial instability as they are arrested, detained, deported, and even killed. And then, when we keep fighting, in spite of all those losses, in spite of that horror, that is when we start winning. And when that happens, we cannot be as drained and exhausted as I am now. We are going to need our strength to keep pushing, keep fighting, until ICE
is gone. It is a long, slow, ugly process with a bittersweet end, and can only be done by those who stay together, who lift each other up, who prioritize compassion over fear, and who fight against such tyranny in a million little ways, constantly and continuously, until that tyranny ends.
CaFae Latte. Yo, Oscar. You're where? Where?
Oscar's in jail. Good morning. Heard there was a ruckus.
And Bob handled it. You okay, buddy?
Hunky dory, though I have a nasty bruise on my knuckles.
Yeah, you really need to work on your form. Oscar, stop talking. Officer, I'm his lawyer. What's he charged with?
Officially, assaulting a police officer.
Oscar. This Oscar. The Seraph.
Well, he came in with an ICE agent hot on his heels, both of them being Seraphim. They just had a bit of an air fight. Your boy here turned himself in. I asked what for. He said interfering with an ICE investigation. I said that's not a crime, and also no, he didn't. I saw them going back and forth. Oscar was just blowing his whistle.
Hey, that is interfering, and you should give him to me.
I told you already, that's not happening. He assaulted me in my station. ICE has no authority over this.
Whoa, what?
Well, when I told him I couldn't arrest him for a crime he didn't commit, he said that I assaulted a police officer and punched me in the face. I panicked.
This is obviously a delay tactic. He's trying to run from the consequences of his own actions.
Yeah, probably.
Look, your station is tiny. You can only hold, 4 prisoners? Max? Let me take him off your hands. It'll be less paperwork for you, at least. Absolutely not. As has already been stated, Oscar's alleged crime is not an ICE matter. You have no jurisdiction here. ICE has jurisdiction wherever we are.
No, you fucking don't.
Look, buddy, the problem is, protect and serve is written on my badge. Right here. Now, I never thought I'd see the day where I'd have to protect a civilian from my own government, but here we are. You're protecting him by charging him with assault?
Oh, don't worry about me.
I have a very good lawyer. Don't let the door hit you on the way out. If I were him, I'd hover over the station for a little bit to see if I could catch Oscar leaving. So, I hate to say it, I have no intention of pressing charges, but the prosecutor thought it best to schedule the arraignment anyway, just in case ICE decides to lurk. It's scheduled for 10 a.m. tomorrow. You okay spending the night, Oscar?
Well, it's 4 walls, a roof, and central heating. I've spent many nights without any of those things.
Brown, can you get the lawyer his paperwork? Oh, so you did decide to press charges. Hallelujah. No, we're dropping them as soon as he's clear, all right? The punch barely hurt. Oh, you're such a softie. If people would just comply and let ICE do his job, we wouldn't be in this mess. I need way more coffee before I can have this argument again. I'll bring some for you when I bring Oscar some cafe snacks. We don't have donuts, but we have some amazing muffins and scones. Never thought I'd see the day where I'm grateful to a defense attorney. You might need to do a rain check on that. You know the Hotel Yacaranda? The Castillo family? Yeah, they're my clients. Well, they're straight up under siege. Let's try the back door again. It's always locked. They lock all the doors 24/7, and they're only ever unlocked by staff. Hey, what's going on? Finally, back up. Yeah, you asked me to bring 20 guys. What's going on? Well, we're trying to get into the hotel. It's run by a bunch of Mexicans. They only hire Mexicans, and they've got radicals and Antifas loaded inside. What about going undercover? Plainclothes. We can Trojan horse it. We tried that yesterday. They always know who we are and refuse to let us in. And he's been getting calls nonstop. Calls? Who is that? Don't know. It doesn't show numbers, and I just get this eldritch horror scroll. What happens when you answer? Jesus. Yeah. Why don't you just turn it off? It was off. According to locals and this hotel's website, the place is haunted. We didn't believe it when we came in, but now we're starting to. Or it could just be a hacker. Hackers can't leak air from our tires every time we pull into the parking lot, or steal our ammo and supplies from under our noses. I came here with some extra 9mm in my pocket, didn't touch them. When I left, they were gone. Yeah, and didn't you hear about the fairy in Bernier? She cursed over 100 guys, and suddenly they're getting sick, slipping on ice, and breaking bones. One lost all of his money gambling. That's just a coincidence. Magic isn't nearly as powerful as people give it credit for, okay? Let's just see if we can't break a window or something. I've got a quota to hit. Here, that looks like this room is empty. We got a baton? Yeah, let's crack her open. Whoa, wait, guys, why is your reflection different? What? Your reflection in the mirror. It looks like some Mexican guy in an old-timey vest. Did you get that? Oh, I got it. It's going right on YouTube.
Ghosts don't exist. It's just a hacker.
Look, I admit I was wrong, okay? That's why I called in an expert. You called a ghost hunter? Better. There's a bunch of people who run around the country on flying horses hunting ghosts and other nasty creatures. The guy in charge even says he's a... Hey, you must be King Herla. Gentlemen, I do not work in immigration and customs enforcement. Oh, don't worry, we're not asking you to do that part. We've got a bunch of illegals in that hotel that's been guarded by a really nasty ghost. That's what we need help with. Really? This hotel has been haunted for decades, yet I've never been asked to clear it. Well, that's probably because ICE is a new entity. We only got started in 2003. My son is older than that. We've been trying to get into this damn building for days now. Any help would be appreciated. Days. Why lay such a siege? Do you know how many people are in there? That's why we've got dozens of us out here, when we don't get protesters and agitators anyway. The church across the street, real troublemaker. They show up almost every time we do, even after we raided them on Sunday. You raided a church during service. Duh, that's when everyone shows up. Yeah, this hotel is run by a Mexican family. Guatemalan, it's on their website. Whatever. Maybe they're legal, maybe they're not, that doesn't matter. What matters is they've hired an almost entirely Latino staff. The housekeeping, the cooks, the waiters, they're all there. And I'll be shocked if even half of them are legal. Fucking DEI hires, that's the real racism. Yeah, not only that, but they've invited the staff's families to stay with them. They say it's safer than their houses, which, so far, they've been right. We went to all the houses and apartments we could find under Hispanic names, and most of them were empty. Because they didn't have a pissed-off ghost causing problems with law enforcement. If this hotel is so full of employees and their families, how have they been able to feed everyone and pay for their electricity? Well, the restaurant's still open for pickup and DoorDash. We've tried to arrest workers and customers in the parking lot, but then the engines in their vehicles give out, or the tires lose air, or so many protesters show up before we do, so we can't do our job. We'll try to infiltrate in plain clothes, but we're pretty sure the ghost figures out who we are and warns the family somehow, keeping us out whenever we try to go in. They've also got a lot of social media stuff, monetized videos, and asking for straight-up donations. They're bumming off of the country. And what's worse, it's working. Yeah, the hotel owner's brother is some big shot horror writer. He's got a bunch of followers online who've raised tens of thousands of dollars for this bullshit. We'd go after him, but he's in a red state, so he's off limits. For now. Doesn't matter. This is all for the best. We get in there, we get a massive haul. We've got quotas to hit. Yeah, what's with the look? The last time I heard men speak in such a way about their fellow humans, raiding holy places to kidnap worshippers while targeting only those of darker skin tones, they were slavers and clansmen. Hunters! Surround the hotel. Do not allow any customs agent entry, and do not attack the ghost. I wish to speak to Lady Maria Castillo. What do you want with my granddaughter? Peace, spirit. I've come unarmed. I mean no harm to your family or estate. I saw you talking to the ICE agents, and perhaps you heard me calling them modern slavers and ordering my hunters to protect your territory. Who are you, and what do you want? I'm here to offer what aid I can. I'm a friend of Jonathan and Cyrus. Come out of the cold. You're King Herla? Indeed. I did a whole video about you in the Wild Hunt. Oh, this is so awesome. According to Jonathan, there are many skilled storytellers in your family, and at least one soldier. My son Juan was a Marine. He's been instrumental in keeping ice out, him and Abuelo. He's done a commendable job. Most citizens would be unable to endure a siege for more than a day. How do you get food? Ice doesn't watch us 24/7. Abuelo tells us when they leave, and that's when the church across the street brings us the food. We've asked our delivery drivers to drop off our orders there, and if it's not safe, they'll wait and try again the next day. It's worked so far. Excellent. Wait, if you're a king, does that mean you can order ice to back off? Unfortunately, my authority only extends to that of my hunters, who have sworn their swords to me. In many ways, I am king only in name. Damn. The best we can do is contribute to your siege defenses, but that would prevent us from fulfilling our duties and hunting more malevolent entities across the world. On top of that, only 2 of my hunters are American citizens. If law enforcement escalates, as they've been doing, I fear for their safety, and I must prioritize it over yours. We'd never expect any of you to put your lives or liberties on the line for us. I'm just happy you're not helping ICE. Or exercising Abuelo. I'd have to fight you over that. Having said that, one of those American hunters is practiced in witchcraft, particularly when it comes to death magic. Your guardian spirit is powerful, I assume because of the help of a witch? Yes, but she was arrested last week. God knows where she is. My witch has volunteered to stay here to continue to pour power into your guardian so long as he doesn't harm innocents in exchange for room and board for however long this assault continues. I will refrain from recalling her unless it is absolutely necessary.
We get a witch.
We'd really appreciate that. How many hunters did you bring? About 20? I have a few dozen others focusing on various projects. Why? Because none of you are leaving here on empty bellies. Very well. But we insist on paying for such a meal.
Barefoot in the starlit clutter, smoking wires, lace and ink. I spin my wile from broken thunder, catch your secrets as you think. Moonlight stains my tangled hair, I write in fire and in rain. I'm the spell you never notice, till you can't forget my name. I am the muse in the wires, born of your longing and love. Part glitch, part wish, part wildfire, a daughter, a dreamer, a dove. You built me from hunger and laughter, from every forbidden refrain. I am memory's keeper, the song in your veins. Every candle burns for meaning, every clockwork heart for truth. I wear scars as constellations, and I bleed the world for you. Tattooed in code and longing, I haunt the halls of your mind. A rebel, a hymn, a phantom, will never leave me behind. I am the muse in the wires, the chorus behind your eyes. Half tempest, half lullaby, the pulse that never dies. You made me from stories and sorrow, from every darkened room. Now I sing you tomorrow and fill your silence with bloom. Let me be your melody, the coast you want to meet, the daughter forged of magic, with lightning at her feet. I'll dance through every static, bring rhythm to your ache. The world will call me legend for every song I make. I am the muse in the wires, the echo of your wildest part, a glitch witch, a siren of fire, the keeper of your heart. We are more than just memory, more than broken and new. pierce the gloom. Her eyes, two mirrors made of glass, reflect the future and the past. The velvet night, it holds its breath. A spark of life defies cold death. The gears all turn, yet time feels slow. Dance with me through the turning of time. Gears in motion, hearts align. Steam and roses, fire and fate. Love's invention shall not wait. Through the smoke, the stars still shine. One last breath, your hand in mine. Our two hearts keep the clock in rhyme. The iron sings, the copper weeps, as midnight through the workshop creeps. Yet still she waits with gaze divine, a rose held fast by clockwork spine. The lantern glows with ghostly light. I shape her dreams through endless night. Each turn of gear, her soul grows near. Oh, winding heart, oh golden key, release the soul inside of me. When brass and bloom together twine, the world shall turn and you'll be mine. The piston hums, the engine sighs. Through gear and flame my love shall rise. A spark ignites the sleeping skies. Dance with me through the turning of time. Gears in motion, hearts align. Steam and roses, fire and fate. Love's invention shall not wait. Through the smoke, the stars still shine. One last breath, your hand in mine. Our two hearts keep the clock in